Boys and girls, today we are going to be writing or making words with the SH sound. You should have gotten your dry erase board, a marker, and an eraser to work along with me. Or you could have gotten your magnetic letters. We're going to be making words, again using the SH sound. Okay? Are you ready? The first word I want you to write is the word she. Say that word with me. She. What do you hear at the beginning? You hear the SH. The SH says shh. What do you hear next? Shh. E. You're right, you hear the letter E. It says E. Read this word with me. She. You should have written she on your boards. Run your finger underneath the word and say it. She. All right, boys and girls, we're going to take that word she and add some letters to it to make a new word. We're going to make the word sh-l. Sh-l. What do you hear at the end of this word? Sh-l. Can you add that? You might have added an L, which is right. But boys and girls, it's not just one L, it's two L's. Because in this word, the ELL is a word family. L, like is in bell or well, isn't it? So this word is shell. Great job, boys and girls. Okay, now we're going to continue with the SH, but we're going to make some other words. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and move these down, and I want you to make the word My shin is on my leg. In. Say it slowly. In. What do you hear? You hear an I that says in. You hear the N. Did you write this? Take your finger and run it underneath your word and let's read it together. In. What's the word? Shin. Okay, boys and girls, we're going to change one letter to change the word from shin to ship. Think about where you hear that change. Ship. The ship is sailing on the sea. Ship. Where do you hear that change? You're right, you hear it at the end. You should have erased the N and replaced it with the letter P to make the word ship. Okay, boys and girls, we're going to change the word ship. I'm going to change one letter. Listen for the change. We're going to change ship to shop. Shop. Where do you hear that change? Can you make that change? You should have taken away the I, right? And what vowel do you hear? Ah. You hear the letter O. This word is shop. Boys and girls, did you write shop? Great job. Okay, boys and girls, we're going to make a change here. We're going to change. We've been working on the SH at the beginning of the word. Now we're going to do the SH at the end of some words. So I'm going to move all my letters down and you can erase your board. We're going to make the word mash. Say that with me. Mash. Can you write that word? Mash. Good writers always say their words slowly so they can hear their sounds. Shh. There's that SH. Shh. Did you write that? If you did, give yourself a pat on the back. Let's read this word slowly. Are you ready? Mash. Mash. Okay, boys and girls, let's change the word mash to make the word rash. Where do you hear the change? Run your finger underneath the word to hear the change. Ash. Rash. I don't hear an M anymore, do you? Did you erase the M? What are you going to put in its place to make the word rash? You should have written an R. This word is rash. Take your finger and run your finger underneath it and read it with me. Rash. Rash. Good job. Okay, boys and girls, we're going to change rash, and you're going to hear a couple changes. We're going to make the word ish. Take your finger and run it underneath this word. Shh. We know that SH stays the same, right? What do you need to add to make the word fish? F, I. And I, right? Did you write that? Let's run our finger underneath the word and say it slowly. Ish. Fish. Great job. Okay, let's make another change. We're going to change fish to make ish. What's that word? Wish. Make that change for me. Wish. You should have taken away the F and replaced it with the letter W. Read this word with me. Ish. Wish. Boys and girls, I have one last word for you to make. We're going to change wish to make ash. Cash. You're going to have two changes here. Cash is another word for money. Cash. Do you hear the W? No, you should have erased that. Do you hear the I? No, you should have erased that too. You need a C. Did you make a C? And you need an A. Did you write an A? Make sure if you did not that you make that correction. You fix it. Let's run our finger underneath the word. Are you ready? Ash. Cash. Boys and girls, you did a really good job making words with me today. Remember, good writers always say their words slowly and write the sounds they hear. And knowing that the SH says shh helps us a lot in our writing.